All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to unpack a book that's basically a gateway to an ancient world, a world filled with gods, heroes, and epic battles. This is Chronicles of the Sacred.
But here's the thing. This isn't just any old book. It makes you wonder, what kind of profound secrets can a simple children's storybook really hold? Well, as you're about to see, the answer is a whole lot.
So what is this book? It's called Puranik Kathayan. In Hindi, that translates to mythological tales. And for so many people, this is way more than just a collection of stories.
I mean, it's a true cultural cornerstone. You can find this book in literally millions of homes all across India. For so many kids and adults too, it's their very first introduction to the huge universe of Hindu mythology. It's a shared experience that connects generations.
And what's so cool is you don't even have to crack it open to start getting what it's all about. The cover art itself is like a visual roadmap, hinting at the incredible epics waiting inside.
So let's start right there. If you look at a typical cover, up in the top left corner, you're almost always going to see these two iconic figures, Lord Rama and Sita.
And what they represent is just huge. They're the main characters of the Ramayana, which is one of the most important epics in Hinduism. Rama is seen as the symbol of the perfect, righteous king. And Sita? She's the ideal queen, full of devotion and strength. Together, they're this incredible icon of just and righteous rule.
Okay, now let's shift our eyes to another key player on the cover. Down in the bottom right, you've got Lord Hanuman, the powerful warrior, and probably the most well-known devotee in all of Hindu mythology.
But here's a really brilliant detail that a lot of people miss. Yeah, he's this legendary warrior, for sure, but the art often shows him holding a veena, which is a musical instrument, and that's there to show you his other sides. He's also a devoted scholar and a divine musician, famous for singing praises to Lord Rama. He's the total package of strength, brains, and devotion.
So now that we've kind of decoded the cover, let's actually journey inside the book. We're heading into a universe that's really defined by two big things: divine conflict and incredible devotion. At the very heart of all these stories is the concept of the Hindu Trinity. This is the big idea of the three supreme gods who basically run the entire cosmos: Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva.
And this table here breaks down their cosmic jobs perfectly. So you've got Brahma, who is the creator. He brings the whole universe into being. Then there's Vishnu, the preserver. His job is to keep everything in balance and maintain cosmic order. And finally, you have Shiva, the destroyer, whose job is to end things so that new creation can happen. It's this perfect cosmic cycle.
Now, a theme you're going to see over and over is this epic struggle between the Devas, the gods, and the Asuras, the demons. The Devas are all about light and order, while the Asuras are always challenging them. But here's the key. These aren't just cool action scenes. They exist to teach the concept of dharma, or righteousness, and they always end with good winning out over evil.
And it doesn't stop there. The book is jam-packed with all these other classic story types. You've got tales about divine avatars. Those are the times Vishnu came to Earth as figures like Rama and Krishna. Then there are these amazing stories about legendary devotees, people like Prahlad and Dhruva, whose incredible faith and perseverance are just mind-blowing. So, that brings us to the big question, right? Why do these stories stick around? Why are we still talking about them thousands of years later? Well, it's because they were designed to do something much more important than just entertain. They all have an ultimate lesson.
And that lesson, that purpose, comes down to one single powerful word: shiksha. Shiksha is the moral, the ethical takeaway that's intentionally placed at the end of every single story. This is not an afterthought, folks. It's the entire reason the book exists.
In fact, once you see it, you can't unsee it. There's a clear formula going on. Step 1, you get a really engaging story. Step 2, that story leads to some kind of conflict, like a moral dilemma or a big battle. Step 3, righteousness or dharma always wins. And all of that leads to the final, most important step, the explicit moral. The shiksha is spelled out for you.
And this brings us to a really powerful way to think about it, summed up perfectly in this quote. These are not just tales of gods, but blueprints for a righteous life. The story is just the fun vehicle, but the real destination is always moral guidance.
And this whole educational purpose is what gives the book its incredible staying power. It's turned into this vital bridge that connects us today to a very, very deep past.
I mean, really think about it. How do you pass down super complex religious ideas and cultural values over centuries? You have to make them simple, and that's exactly what this book does. It takes these huge, profound concepts and turns them into stories that are easy to get, allowing new generations to connect with their ancient heritage.
So when you boil it all down, what's its one single, timeless purpose? It's simply this: to pass down wisdom, using the incredible, unforgettable power of a good story.
And that leaves us with one last thing to chew on. In our world today, right? A world that's just full of fleeting digital content and 15-second trends, what is the real power of an ancient story? One that has been carefully passed down generation to generation for thousands of years. It's definitely something worth thinking about.